All right, today we're going to tackle two really important numbers in investing, ROCE and ROE. Now, one of these can point you to a genuinely profitable company, while the other can actually hide a pretty dangerous trap. So let's figure out which one's which, shall we?
All right, so let's just jump right in. This is the big question, right? The one every investor asks. You've got your hard-earned money and you're looking for a company that's going to put it to good use. Generate some awesome returns. But how can you really tell if they're good with money? That's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
Okay, but before we start measuring how fast the car is going, we've got to understand the fuel in the tank. And for any business, that fuel is its capital. It's literally what makes the whole engine run.
So where does this fuel come from? Well, a business basically has two gas stations it can go to. The first one is equity. Think of this as the money from the owners themselves, the shareholders. It's their skin in the game. The other station? That's debt. This is borrowed cash from banks or lenders. And of course, it's got to be paid back with interest.
Now, when you take all that money from the owners and add it to all the borrowed money, that total amount is what we call capital employed. This is the entire pool of cash the company has to work with. It's the full tank of gas ready to go.
All right, so we get the fuel. Now, how do we check the dashboard? The gauges that tell us how well the engine is actually performing? Well, for investors, two of the most important gauges are ROCE and ROE.
Let's start with ROCE. That stands for Return on Capital Employed, and it asks a really big picture question. It's basically saying, for every single dollar in that total fuel tank, and I mean both the owner's money and the borrowed money, how much profit is this business actually cranking out? It's all about the efficiency of the entire operation.
Then we have ROE, which is return on equity. Now, this one's way more focused. It totally ignores all the borrowed money. It just asks one simple thing. For every dollar the shareholders themselves have invested, what's the return? See the difference? This is all about what the owners are getting back.
So let's just boil it down. ROCE looks at the whole pie, every bit of capital. ROE, it's laser-focused on just the shareholders' slice. And believe me, understanding this one little difference is everything. It's what's going to help you spot a great investment and avoid a really nasty financial trap.
And to see just how powerful this is, let's look at a real-world example, like Hindustan Unilever. Its ROCE has been a mind-blowing 116%. Just stop and think about that for a second. For every 100 rupees they put into the business, they generate 116 rupees in profit, year after year. That is just incredible efficiency, and it's exactly why investors love companies like this and give them such high valuations.
But, and this is a big but, here's where it gets a little tricky. See, not all high-return numbers tell you the whole story. One of these metrics can be made to look way better than it actually is. And the secret ingredient that makes that happen? It's all about the debt.
So that leads us to this really common idea. We're all looking for high returns, so if we see a company with a sky-high ROE, that has to be a good thing, right? Well, maybe not. And falling for that idea is one of the oldest traps in the book. Okay, look at this. This is where you can see the trap in action. Let's say a company starts with 100 rupees from its owners. That's the equity. Then it goes out and borrows another 100 rupees in debt. So its total capital, the whole fuel tank, is 200. Now let's say it makes 200 in profit. The ROCE is easy. 200 profit divided by 200 capital, that's a fantastic 100%. But now, look at the ROE. Remember, ROE only cares about the owner's money. So it's 200 in profit divided by just that 100 in equity, and boom, you get 200%. The number looks twice as good, but the business itself isn't any more profitable. The debt just pumped up the number.
And that's the key takeaway right there. Debt can make ROE lie. It's that simple. Because it's completely blind to all that borrowed money that helped make the profit, it can give you a super misleading and frankly dangerous picture of how the company is really doing.
So the big question is, how do you not fall for this? How do you know which number to trust? Well, the good news is there's a really simple rule book you can follow to get the real story every single time. And here it is. It's just 2 steps. Step 1, the first thing you always do is check the balance sheet. How much debt does this company actually have? Step 2, based on that answer, you pick your tool. If the answer is yes, they have debt, then you use ROCE. That's your source of truth. It gives you the whole picture. But if the company is debt-free, and only if it's debt-free, then ROE is actually a fantastic way to see the return for shareholders.
Okay, but wait a minute. You might be thinking, if a company has 0 debt, then its capital employed is just its equity, right? So
shouldn't ROCE and ROE be the exact same number? It's a great question, but the answer is not quite. And the reason why is actually another really neat little financial insight.
The difference is all about which profit line they're looking at. Imagine profit is like a funnel. ROCE measures the profit way up at the top of the funnel, the operating profit. That's what the business makes from its main job, before interest and taxes are paid. But ROE, it measures the profit all the way down at the tiny spout at the bottom, the net profit. That's what's left over after everyone else, including the taxman, has taken their cut. And that's why the two numbers are almost never identical.
All right, and here's one last pro tip for you, something to keep in your back pocket. Companies can play another little trick to artificially boost their ROE. How? By paying out huge dividends. See, when they pay out cash as dividends, it shrinks their equity base. And in the ROE math, equity is the bottom number, the denominator. So if you make that bottom number smaller, the final percentage looks bigger. So the pro move is, if you see an amazing ROI, always take a quick look at their dividend policy. If they're paying out a ton, you should definitely be a little skeptical. Okay, so let's wrap this all up. Here's the playbook. Capital is just the owner's money plus any borrowed money. ROCE gives you the score for all of that capital. ROE only scores the owner's part. Remember, a lot of debt can make that ROE score look way better than it is. So your rule is simple. Company has debt, you use ROCE. Company is debt-free, then ROE is your go-to metric.
So there you have it. You now have the tools to look right past those flashy headline numbers and see what's really going on with a company's profitability. You know the difference, and you know the trap to avoid. So the only question now is, which company are you going to analyze first?